And we are live yet again for the final four Tribal Council of Can You Survive the Great Mountain?
Come on in.
Waiting for the players to file on into the Tribal Council area. Here comes Liz. Kaylee. Kira. And Kendall.
We have Rayhan, Andy, Patrick, Dion, Ned, Isaiah, Amy. Immunity win. It's not that long ago that you were voted the player people forgot was even playing. Finished strong, couple immunity wins here. Are you excited about how you're finishing this game?
I am. I never expected this for myself. I think a lot of people underestimated me and expected to just bring me to the finals just to beat me. And to be here knowing that I earned it, my spot, it means a lot.
Kaylee, obviously, last tribal, you felt like it was between yourself and Amy as potentially the biggest threats in this game. Do you feel like now that Amy's gone, there's nowhere for you to hide?
Yeah, I think it's the end of your rope. I think Amy said it best. Cats have 9 lives, and this has got to be the 9th. You know, it is what it is at this point. It's all a game. I said that a few tribals ago. You think you have one thing going and someone else had something going even before you knew about it and weren't honest, which I get. You know, you gotta do what's best for you in the end, and yeah, may the best player win, but I have a favorite for sure.
Okay. Are you giving a pitch to, hey, tie it up with me, I'm putting my vote on this one? Is there anyone that you're trying to throw into a fire making with you potentially?
I mean, if you said fire making, that's not going to go in my favor.
I believe the first one did.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you saying?
I was like, what? No. I mean, if you're saying it's fire making, no one's going to necessarily want to go against me again, is what I meant. No, I pitched my hardest. I really did. I pitched to each one of them in a different way, and the 3 of them have had an alliance far longer than I was around, so that became very apparent very quickly. Some of them strung me along, and I won't forget it, but in the end, decision's been made, so.
Fair enough. Kira, we've been talking about this group of 5 for a handful of tribals now, and I asked, is there a 4, is there a 3, is there a 2? Clearly, Kaylee's saying this 3 has been here a long time. Can you fill us in? I mean, how long was this 3 kind of in the plan here?
There's been 3s all along. There's been 3s all along. I think there's been 2s all along. I know for certain there's been 2s for all along. I couldn't even really tell you when specifically it came together because it took seeing their loyalty in the process or their explanations throughout votes, and there was some wavering in that. So there was a lot of ultimately keeping the faith, keeping hope alive that they're going to come back around to you, and people came back around, and this is just really tough.
Yeah. Liz, I mean, do you feel comfortable with Kaylee being the one to go and potentially having to go up against Kendall and Kira at the end here? Is that a pairing that you're happy with?
If I do end up
Obviously, unless I have a necklace around my neck, I'm never completely comfortable But if I do end up going, I mean, I think all four of us said whoever ends up there, I think all of us have a fair shot. I think I'm really happy that, you know, us 5 women were together and that there's, you know, 4 women and there's going to be 3 in the final. And I'm just really, really appreciative of that. And I think that, you know, I just have to let, if I make it there, I have to let my game speak for itself and hope that's enough.
Yeah. Kaylee, do you think any of these 3 are leaving a huge opportunity on the floor in terms of not taking out someone who's about to beat them at the end of this game?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I don't know how they're going to differentiate their games too much. And if you were looking at a full game, start to finish, I was carried to the merge. I was not a game player up to the merge, and then I fought my way out of a few tribal councils and I won a couple of necklaces. But other than that, I mean, these wonderful, incredibly smart and intelligent and strong women are going to have a fight to differentiate themselves and earn some votes. I think that's my biggest pitch to them is how are they going to be able to draw their moves when they were all in on it together. And they're all going to claim credit for different moves and for different things. You know, my other one is if you're scared of, you know, if you're scared of a competitor, then you did something right. So that's how I'm going to hope for it too.
Yeah. Okay. I imagine you've had a lot of time to give that pitch. We'll see if what you said here at Final Tribal Council sways at least one person to potentially put you in that tie scenario. But we'll get to the vote. We'll start with you, Liz.
All right, and off they go to vote. We'll head over here to the shade. All right, we'll head on down the little hill here. Maybe not sit on the boulder because there's, maybe not over here. Sorry. Oh my God. Something's like coming from above for me. Oh my God. Just kidding. We're just gonna go up this path instead. Oh, sorry. And maybe hang out over here. I am not pleased that this thing is circling me. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about right now since it appears that everyone is just voting Kaylee. And like she said, she was in an alliance with, or like a 3-person thing with Kira and Kendall. I'm just going back to the garage again. Sorry, y'all. No scenic discussion while this is happening. Okay, I can think and hopefully be safe. As I mentioned last time we all hung out, Kira, Kendall, and Kaylee had a final, like 3 kind of an alliance situation, or at least like a threesome alliance situation, and Kira, Kendall, and Liz also had a final tribal situation. I know that along the way there's been lots of twosomes. There's been Kira and Liz who have been together a lot in this game and have been super lockstep about the all women's alliance. There's been Kendall and Liz who were on who were on Tyrem together from day 1, and Liz has talked about kind of like knowing from the mountain hike that Kendall was going to be one of her people, and so that those kind of really early bonds of the 3 of them were able to form, or even just plant the seeds for, because as we know, like y'all have heard me kind of mention here and there the possibility of a girls' alliance. Oh, let's not call it an alliance. Maybe it's a coalition. Maybe it's like just a little grouping of women here and there. And so for it to have kind of been this running thread throughout the game, and like this little idea that sometimes was working, sometimes was not, but ultimately has come back together. I think that's, you know, sorry, I'm kind of distracted from the heat. I think that's really cool that that ended up happening. And so those three have been involved in it from very early on. I think Kira and Liz potentially the brainchild. Are we already ready to? Oh, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we are gonna go ahead and see who's being voted out and who will be our final three players. See who the fourth person voted out will be. Or the fourth, you know, final four voted out person. You get it. Y'all are with it.
Alright, I'll go tally the votes.
And away goes Cam to tally the votes. Our jury all looking on. All enjoying their lollipops together. Patrick and Dion cheersing their lollipops. Yeah, not me getting cinematic with this view. And here comes Cam with the voting box.
Okay, I'll get to the votes. First vote. Kaylee. Second vote. Liz. Third vote. Kaylee. Last vote. And the next member of our jury, Kaylee. That's three.
All right, and we will follow Kaylee out of the tribal council area right now. We're following Kaylee out of the tribal council area. All right. So Kaylee, this is your time. We're just going to make our way about halfway up this hill as we are still on live stream, and then it'll be your chance to share anything you want to say with me and our viewers, and I'll ask you a couple questions.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, thought all the way to the end. At the very end, I was trying to appeal to Kira to make it a tie, build her resume. Told Liz right as I was walking out, she has my vote. It's going to be very hard to change that. She's the only one that I think kept true to her word, in addition to playing the game that I think anyone could be admiring. Yeah, I mean, 4 strong women, 5 strong women. It was really special, absolutely. So happy to have been here at all and to have made it this far. Played the game I wanted to play, and now I got a lot of backing up to do. Apologizing and unraveling of things, but yeah, just happy to have been here.
Absolutely. You made it all the way to the Final Four. So much to be proud of in your time out here. Tons of immunity challenge wins, lots of very strong bonds that you formed. I'd love to know maybe what's the thing you're most proud of about yourself and your time out here.
I really wanted to have a really low profile as long as possible. And I did, and I felt so good about it. And if I had just slowed down a little bit with the block challenge, I think I could have kept a much lower profile. but I came out too hard, too fast, and I immediately shot to everyone's top of their list. I was proud of that win, of course. But
there we go.
Also, felt the other side of it and then winning back-to-back immunities when I needed to was huge. This one would have sunk it, but what can you do?
What can you do? I find that oftentimes players end up learning a lot about themselves from their time out here. Is there anything maybe you didn't know about yourself that you discovered while you were out here, something that you are taking to heart as you exit this game?
I think different sides of me showed up at different parts of the game, and I think it's important to recognize that it's okay to have some different sides depending on the context and depending on what's going on. I'm known as very competitive at home. Very competitive. I'm an athlete. I mean,
What?
None of these guys know that I'm a college. I mean, I literally told no one I played field hockey in college. I'm a recruiter as well, and I was using persuasion skills every chance I got. So I held that back too. And I feel like I was able to really play the game the way I wanted to play it. So other than making it all the way to the end, feeling good. And they always say fourth is actually first.
All right, before we let you head into Ponderosa, you were playing for a wonderful cause, so please go ahead and shout them out and let the viewers know who you're playing for.
Yeah, so I was playing for Mass Ioneer for Grammy. She passed away a few years ago, and I'm very close with her, and they were very good to her throughout her entire time. So definitely really proud of what I was able to do for her. She's a huge Survivor fan. And she always liked the underdog, and that's how I was trying to play, was the underdog. I came out way too hot in that one challenge, but no matter what, happy with the contribution I was able to make in her memory. Both to the game and to the fundraising.
Absolutely. Well, Kaylee, thank you so much for sharing that. Congratulations on a game very well played. I'm going to go ahead and let you go inside so you can shower and eat. Mm-hmm. And I think I spy your handler, Robbie, over there waiting to help you. And we are heading on back into the Tribal Council area. So stay here. All right, and we are back in the Tribal Council area.
All right, I'm sure you're excited to hear me say that you've gone as far as you can in this game. Unfortunately, Kendall, I will take back that immunity necklace. We have one more challenge to go. Jerry, we can have you head back to the holding area. Final three. You can follow me around the corner, where we will get to our final immunity challenge of this game.
All right, and we are heading on into our final immunity challenge of the season. Competing will be Liz, Kira, and Kendall.
All right, join me on this side. Pretty clear what we're working with here, but this is our version of Samotion. You will be placing balls into this track here. They will go back and forth until they come out the bottom. You will have to catch the ball at the bottom at regular intervals. We will be adding more and more balls into the machine and choose kind of how to space them as you place them. It'll get more and more complicated. If at any time you drop a ball, you are out of the challenge. The last person standing will win immunity. We will be having a handler here holding the balls for you near you so that you don't have to reach down to grab them. Other than that, do you have any questions? All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are they allowed to use two hands or is it only one?
One hand. So whichever predominant hand you want to use, the other one should be behind your back. The same hand that you're dropping with should be the hand that you are catching with. Exactly. So before, you can hold this to strategically place it, but you need to place this before you go to catch the next one. While there's only one ball going, please do not hold it for too long. I will call you on that. It's not a fun way to just avoid the first part of the challenge, okay? All right.
All right.
I believe I should still have a
Do our
card.
final three understand this challenge? Any last questions?
Am I able to reach?
I believe so. I think
We tried to make it reach. Okay.
we tried to make it pretty as low as this would go.
Okay.
Had you in mind. All right. We'll draw for spots. We'll do 1, 2, and 3. All right. That worked out perfectly. Kendall, you'll go to that one. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Can I get a handler standing behind each of them? Well, behind Kira and next to the other two. Michael.
All right, players now stepping up for their final immunity challenge.
You can grab hold of your first ball. The handlers will hold the other 5.
I want them all in the same spot. So hands up here.
Yes.
And it's Michael.
Stand behind their right shoulder. Assuming everyone is using their right hand. Perfect.
All right, our players are getting set.
We will add balls at regular intervals. So we will start with 1. Survivors ready. Go. 1 is
And down they come. Liz already in position, waiting on her ball. Kendall and Kira now as well.
Get a feel for how to catch it, how to place it, how long that first ball takes to cycle through. Start thinking about how you might want to place a second or a third one when the time comes. This is the easy part. Every 2 minutes, we will ramp up this challenge. Adding another ball. No struggles at this point.
Tap it.
Tap it.
No issues yet. All right. 30 seconds, we are going to add the second ball. Your handler will have it ready for you behind your shoulder.
All right, players now about to add a second ball into the
You will
Samotion
have
board.
15 seconds to add it to your board so you can strategically place it. I will tell you when that 15 seconds starts. It starts now. You have 15 seconds to add your second ball. Liz's second ball is in the track. Kendo's second ball is in the track. Kira has placed them very closely behind Kira. As a reminder, you cannot grab 2 balls at once. This is going to be very difficult for you. She goes and then is now able to hold that one to space it more accurately out. A good save by Kira there. All right, we will go for another minute and a half with just 2 balls before adding a third. Nudge it.
Liz taking her time. 2 rows in between her balls. Kira's got 3 rows in between her balls. Kendall with only 1 row in between her balls. Now pausing. Looks like maybe placing it more strategically. Liz now speeding up her motion, only 1 bar in between each one. And whips it up
Liz with a good
quickly.
save there, able to
Now
hold it.
waiting a little bit to do some more spacing work.
All right, in another 30 seconds, you will have a 15-second window to add your third ball. Tribe handlers, please have those ready behind their shoulder. I will count you down when that 15 seconds starts. Strategically place that third ball. Get ready.
Mine's stuck.
Yep.
How's this
Good.
turn?
Catch both of them and place them
What did I do?
separately.
It's stuck.
Catch both of them and place them separately.
Yeah.
Catch that one and place it separately.
Start one.
Yep. Catch both of them and place it separately.
All right, 3 balls now live in this challenge, just getting reset because we got stuck on a corner.
Ball. You can start adding your third ball over the next 15 seconds.
Kira waiting to grab her third ball, now having it enter.
On their tracks now. Now it starts to get interesting.
My fault, we both got stuck.
Good save.
Round and back and forth they go. This is a very soothing sound,
Monotonous.
but
No
I
one
am
has made
sure
an issue yet.
it is more stressful than soothing to the players. Looks like Liz has some nice spacing going. Kira with very close balls. Kendall's ball stuck again.
Kendall, catch both of those.
All right. Back and forth. Kendall's got stuck again, now placing her third one back in.
You can keep the ball in your hand. Reestablish them. All right, you have 15 seconds to add your fourth ball in.
All right, this challenge now much more difficult with 4 balls in this emotion contraption. Spacing becoming so important in this challenge now. Kira placing a ball at the top. Liz placing one as well, already coming back down and ready for the next one. Kira places one and then immediately gets it going, and Kira drops a ball. Kira is out.
Kira has dropped. It's between Liz and Kendall for final immunity.
Kendall just had 2 in her hand.
It was because it got stuck.
Oh, okay,
That is the
sorry.
rule. Yep.
Okay.
We have the tribe handler
All right,
allowing
cool.
them to hold 2 if there is a stick.
Okay.
You did have to say yeah, it was the 2 balls.
Is it?
got
What is the
stuck.
ruling?
Stuck. The ball wasn't stuck and she had one. Yeah, but you can make it recess so I could have like my hand. It's fine.
All right. Liz has 1 individual immunity. I did not see it, but the tribe handler has ruled that it was a illegal touch with the other hand. Liz has 1 individual immunity. All right, Liz, come grab the necklace for the final time. You will cast the only vote at our upcoming tribal council to determine who will sit next to you at the end of this game. A lot of power. I'll give you 3 a lot of time to talk about it, and we'll go back to tribal council to make that decision. Sure, you have a lot to discuss.
All right. When will we be back, Kim?
In about 25 to 30 minutes.
All right, so we will be back in about 25 to 30 minutes, and we will see you guys soon for the last tribal council of the season with a vote out.